Welcome back to UtahYotas. We're doing a little adventure today. We're on our way to Oregon, and we got a trailer here, and taking the Tacoma, and we are going to get something else. Empty trailer. We are stopped right now in I think it's Mountain Home, or no, Wendell, Idaho. We're on our way to Oregon. So it's an 8.5 hour drive. We're roughly 4 hours in. So anyway, more to come. Special surprise going to be on the trailer later. So right now we're getting very close to being there. We're probably about an hour away. We're just heading through the tail end of Oregon on our way to Wallowa, Oregon, Wallowa River, and so I mean you can see. I was surprised to see how dry it was up here with all the water we've had this year, but we are coming towards the end of the season. Lots of farmland, beautiful place. I'm sure it reminds me a lot like Idaho, some parts of Idaho, with all the farmland and the little rolling hills. Some parts of Wyoming. As soon as we get into town, we're going to meet up with at the new gas station they're building. Going to meet up with the gentleman selling the truck. And just so you know, I mean, this little truck is one of the first trucks ever brought to the United States. Not this truck itself, but the body style. They brought him here in 1964, and you know, if you can imagine, you know, back then, people didn't really want a Japanese-made vehicle, but we all know how that turned out as far as the Toyota Tacoma fans go, and During the first year, nobody wanted to buy them. They only sold four in 1964. So I'm sure they probably had to do some advertising. And once the little trucks started selling and people started using them and found out that they run forever, they probably sold quite a few after that. This one's in 1967, and it's pretty cool. I've only seen pictures up until today, when I actually went and picked it up. So enjoy the video. Hang in there. The best part's yet to come. Dog running in front of you.
And this is a little bit different thing.
Different than what you imagined?
Yeah.
This is God's country up here. Oh. So, as you can see here, I am attempting to play with a new toy, and I'm not very good at it, so sorry for the jerky movements. But I did want to capture some of this beautiful area. As you can see, we just got off of the farm. Didn't want to record too much because I didn't get permission to record. I should have asked, but with the excitement of getting the stout, I was a little bit preoccupied, and to have my dad record, he was busy helping with the trailer and the tractor, so I didn't get a chance to. But anyway, I should have probably put it on the ground or on the back of the truck so it could have recorded at least something. But this guy lives up in Oregon, and he had this truck for sale on Facebook, and we picked it up. We started at 5 o'clock in the morning and drove all the way up to, it was a 9-hour drive. We drove up to Oregon, in Wallowa, Oregon, and I hope I said it right. On the way up, you're going to see on the right hand side, you're going to see some train tracks. There were some cool little train, kind of like train carts that were going up there with people in them. I guess they were camping or something along there. But beautiful area. The man that we bought the truck from owns this property, and he let us camp here during the night. And because it was a little dry, we didn't have a fire, so we just camped there without a fire. We brought food that we could just make sandwiches, and that way we didn't have to stay in a hotel room, which was really nice. It's private property. but he gave us permission to stay there, and it's very pretty. He got it all mowed down for us, ready for us to come. So I really appreciate him for doing that. And as you can see, it's just absolutely beautiful. And the stout is amazing. You'll see me talk about it a little bit later in the video, but it has 89,000 miles on it, and it hasn't been driven probably since 1998. So it's gonna need a little bit of work before we get it going. I'm hoping that when we get it home, we'll be able to get a compression test, and obviously there's no gas cap on the stout itself, as you'll see in the video later on. But we really gonna have to drop the tank and clean it out and clean all the gas lines out, get the carburetor rebuilt, change the oil, put a little bit of oil in the cylinders before we ever get it started. I don't want to dry start it. I want to put a little bit of oil in there. Probably just shoot it in there with one of my automotive syringes that I have, and get the cylinders a little bit lubricated, and hopefully we'll have some good compression. We'll run the compression test before I put any oil in there, but obviously you can see me there. I have my truck, and we drove up there to tow it home. It weighs about 3,000 pounds. The trailer weighs about 1,000 pounds, so we're pulling about 4,200 pounds. Truck does awesome. It's got 529 gears in it, so and it's got TJM new springs and shocks on the back, and it just pulls great. So I recommend anybody, if they are going to tow or do any crawling, to get the 529 gears. So as you can see, I definitely need to learn how to use a drone. All this choppy movement is like watching the Blair Witch Project. But anyway, thanks for watching and enjoying the video. And hopefully you will subscribe so that you can see this little truck come to life. We don't really know exactly, how far we're going to take it on an original restoration. It's going to depend a lot on what we can do with getting parts. This little truck's kind of hard to find parts for. It was hard to find the truck. I've been looking for a long time, and I wanted something that had some, some strong bones to it. The rust that's on here is pretty surface rust. I mean, it's pretty solid, and I think due to the part that, Toyota used some thick sheet metal back then, and there's a few dents and so forth, but I think it's going to turn out really good. Maybe put some comments below what you want to see with this truck. A couple people of my friends that I told before I went to get it, they were talking about a 2JZ swap, keep it original, or possible do a LS or a Cummins. I found that. So I figured out these little door locks. They've got little keepers on them.
That's what I was thinking.
You just go like this.
Oh. Okay.
They just go over.
I tried turning that on the other one over there.
Yeah. So this is the gas tank.
Yeah.
No gas cap.
Mm-hmm.
The gas tank.
Full of spider rat.
Yeah. I'm sure we could probably clean it, but I don't know what's inside of it. So, and then over here, this is a this is the other side.
There's nothing there.
I know. Wouldn't that be cool to have an air chuck in there, an air compressor?
Oh yeah.
Just open the door up and plug your air in.
You got a tank there.
For pumping up tires and stuff.
bought a tank and never used it.
Oh yeah. What is it? Oh, look at this big bolt they put on to hold the tire on. Square thing.
It's about this long, the tank.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, really, this dent here, and then those two on the other fender are the only dents in it. And this is pretty solid in here. There's a little bit of rust under the floor. This side's worse than the other side.
Yeah. Well, you could change that if you have to.
Yeah.
I wonder if this seat comes out and you put storage underneath it.
I don't know. This seat, the other side rolls forward, but this seat doesn't move.
Oh, there's two seats?
Yeah, the driver's seat slides back and forth, but this does not move.
Oh.
And look, there's your oil pressure.
They added that in.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, that wasn't. That had to be added in.
And there's your glove box area.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your glove box right here. But all this is just kind of surface. I think it's in really good shape.
Mm-hmm.
Look, here's your little thing to turn the light on and off.
Yeah. Looks like they had phone number at the top.
Yeah. And here's the handle to open the door. The other side's got a
yeah, this one probably had one too.
yeah. But the doors are really good shape. There's a little rust right there, but
you can fix all that.
I don't know what this.
It's just a plug.
Just a plug.
Yeah.
But yeah, these all work good. All the handles and the doors. I mean, it just needs new trim. This is the back. This is the mud flap that's the worst. I mean the hubcap that's the worst. But there's no dents on this side.
No.
Couple dents.
Right there.
Oh, a little one right there. And then these are in pretty good shape too. Yeah, I think the window will be hard to find, but I don't know if anybody makes them or not.
Well, the funny is, maybe there's one window that on a curvature they can cut.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
And this is for the radio.
Yeah. And these look funny. I don't know if these are the real ones or the original ones or not. I'll have to look it up online. There was something right here.
Yeah. And they had a lot window over here. I mean, a mirror over here like that one.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of them second things. You had them down here. Actually, they're too far ahead. You couldn't see nothing. You'd have to be back in here.
And the roof's good.
The roof's good?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the roof. You might have to get on the back. But and the bed's pretty solid.
Yeah. I'd get that. This sandblasted.
Yeah, this whole thing needs to be sandblasted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them sandblast it and then primer the whole thing. And then I'm going to Raptor line in here. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to Raptor line the bottom. And then they can paint, when I get ready to paint, they can paint everything else. So I'll Raptor line in here. And then when they get ready to paint, they can paint the outside and the top parts. Mm-hmm. With it already being on the truck.
Yeah, you can pull this right off.
The cab, I don't know what I'll do with that, but I might have to get creative with a couple hoists in the shop.
Once we got this off,
this is a much bigger bed than the regular Tacomas.
I would put something round on. I wouldn't leave that like that. I don't know.
Well, I want to get this flat like this all the way around, and then I want to put a soft top on it.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, see, the only dent we have is right here, and on that other side, and on the back panel here. No rust, all solid. It'd almost be cool if somebody could clean those up, and then if we couldn't chrome them, paint them.
Yeah.
Paint them black, or paint them tan, or white, or red, but they're on there pretty good.
Yeah, they won't come off. You have to get screwdrivers on this cat and pry them off. We used to have a tire iron.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff, and you could pry them off with the tire iron.
Anyway, it was an 8.5 hour drive all the way up to Wallowa, Oregon. Yeah, the bed's in great shape. I think the bed's in really good shape for all the issues. I don't think there'll be a lot of work. The only thing is the sandblasting needs to be done to get inside here.
Oh yeah, you have to have somebody do it.
And then they gotta seal it, seam it, and then paint over it.
Well, that's how they got them on there.
I'd love to have Robbie Layton do it, but
Oh, I know how. This is not this is channel iron. And the nuts on the top.
channel iron.
Yeah, you feel it. And see the nuts on the top.
Oh, okay. Looks like they have pieces of rubber in there, like tires or something, for body mounts.
The bolts will probably break. You can put bolts on that don't break.
Probably.
That don't rust too.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like this idea.
Yeah. Kind of cool. Now I just got to get the rest of the money to do it.
Well, you get the engine running, and then you know that runs, and then you run it around a little bit. Have to put new tires on it, probably new rims. Probably have to let them rims are rusty.
Probably. Looks like somebody was putting some black on it to keep it from rusting.
Yeah. I've never seen a vehicle like this.
Never seen that before?
Lights come right out here. Now the 56 Chevys, the fenders used to come out and hang over like this.
Yeah.
But that's where their headlight was. And it would always rust out.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty good shape too. There's no dings or dents.
I painted with my Suzuki black with a spray can.
Yeah. Toyota, baby.